Hello, my name is Mike McClernon. I live in Glen Cove and I help place people into assisted living or into memory care facilities on Long Island and in Eastern Queens. And I'd like to provide an update on what's happening in assisted living and memory care relative to COVID. So as most of you know, assisted living has been hit hard, just like all senior facilities were by COVID, but it's been many months since there have been active infections in assisted living, and most of them are opening up pretty substantially. Let me talk about what's happening with assisted living and memory care on Long Island and in Queens. So there's been lots of progress. Almost all the residents in assisted living and memory care facilities are now fully vaccinated. They have been for 2 or 3 months. Most facilities have made provisions to vaccinate new residents. So as people place there now, they'll get a vaccination, often through CVS. The staff in assisted living has been largely vaccinated. The few instances you hear now of the assisted living facilities having to shut down for visitors is typically because someone in a staff member's family has been exposed to COVID. So we're not completely out of the woods yet, but I'll talk about the changes, and they're all very positive relative to COVID. While no place in America is safe from a virus right now, we've seen that. Young people, old people, and everything in between have been hit by this virus. Assisted living is really one of the safest places for seniors to be now. Almost all the residents are vaccinated. The staff is largely vaccinated, and there are provisions for testing people when they come in. So they live in a bubble now, and it's a pretty healthy bubble. It's probably more healthy for most people to live in assisted living than to live in any sort of home situation. In assisted living and memory care, group activities and group meals have always been the focus of life there, and they continue to be. Meals are now in common rather than in people's rooms. Activities are starting back up. There's typically a set of 10 or 12 activities every day that starts with some sort of physical exercise and extends on through word games and discussions and other kinds of activities. So those are starting up now, and they're allowing increasingly larger groups to participate in those activities. The social environment in assisted living and in memory care is really the most important aspect, I think, of the facilities. The care is important. The assistance with the activities of daily living is important, but really it's the social environment that people talk about after they've been there for a while. Elderly people need companionship. They need action just as much as younger people do. And of course, 3 meals a day, making sure you're hydrated, making sure you have all your meds, and making sure you get a bit of exercise is a great boon to the health of seniors also. Here's the situation. Visitation is now allowed in virtually every facility. There's typically a time limit because they don't want too many people coming at one time. Most visits are in the common area, not in the seniors' apartments, but if you allow visits within the seniors' apartments within the assisted living facilities. Residents can generally be taken out for the day and come back. They don't have to be tested for COVID when they come back. They're not quarantined when they come back, which has happened in the last couple of years. And there are varying views at the assisted living communities about taking residents out overnight. Some allow it, some discourage it. For most residents, all the meals are in common. Activities are picking up. The Go for a Ride activity in the facilities bus is a very popular one, and soon they'll go to the beach, do outdoor activities, and build up from there. So if I had to give a percentage, I'd say about 70% of the life in assisted living is returning normal, or will in the very, very near future be what we expect out of assisted living, which is a fun place for seniors to live. Assisted living on Long Island across the country, it does carry a cost. It's several $1,000s a month, and it can be much higher depending on the facility and the amount of care required. Many assisted living facilities, though, now aren't yet full, and capacity drives cost in assisted living. So if the capacity is higher, the cost per resident for the operator is lower. And that means that They want higher capacity. They want to be full. In 2019, most assisted living facilities were in the 90 to 95% capacity on a regular basis. Now, many of them are at 70%, and they need those residents. They need to care for them. They need that income. So they're making some of them are making some reasonable accommodations to their costs. So if you have considered assisted living, this is probably a good time to start doing tours and to ponder a little bit. And I can help with both those things. I can help with the handling and I can help with the tours. I'm ready to take you to a variety of assisted living places and give you a peek behind the curtains and let you see what they're all about. So thank you very much. That's the COVID update for mid-May 2021. It's probably the last one I'll do because COVID is becoming less and less of an issue for assisted living. And I look forward to helping you and your loved ones look at assisted living and memory care on Long Island. Thank you.